Hey all, it's Tom. Um, got a new knife in from Lothar Blades. They're a division on Deadfos. So they sent me the knife in for review. Let me get things set up here and we'll be right back with this blade. Okay, we are back. So this is the blade. Sorry, my fingers are messed up today. They're kind of weak, but it does flip up nice. So we got a glass breaker in the back, lanyard hole, strap cutter, G10 scales on both sides. It's held together by these internal screws that hold the frame together also. Nice brass or nickel silver bolster in front, and it is finger grooved, so you can get your finger in there, which it's very comfortable to hold. Now, not one of my favorite blade styles, but I'll explain this to you when I get going. There's a Lothar symbol, great little symbol. It's like a dragon. It comes in a box, really nice box. I'll show you that later. It's a harpoon style blade, nice swedge in front here, and it comes out to a nice point tip. So I guess you consider this a drop point. Um, Going from the other side, you got your flipper tab that creates a guard for your fingers. Now you get this belt clip. It's a tip down only carry. And you can see this side the same as the other side being contoured. Finger grooves are nice. They fit your hand well, and they do fit. I got a pretty large hand, and they fit perfect in the hand. Now, some specifications on this blade. The blade itself is 3.74 inches, has a hardness of 57.59, which is really nice for a blade. 440 steel, flipper type. It's 9 inches overall. It's 5.3 inches closed, and the weight of the knife is 8.4 ounces. It's a heavy knife. It's a tank. Now, this is a Lothar knife. The model of this knife is called a SMAUG, I guess it is. It's SMAUG. So, SMAUG, something like that. And like I said, the handles are G10, the scales on it. Beautiful knife. It's absolutely gorgeous. Let's try doing some paper cutting first. Not a problem. None whatsoever. Knife is shave sharp. Bald spot. It'll look like a polka dot when I get up. So the knife is shave sharp. Now, I've been using it since they sent it in to me. I already did a short on it, and I did another video, but I haven't used it much. So now I've used it. And I got to tell you, except for where the guard there, the clip is in the front, I have no hot spots, which is unusual for me in a folder because that's why I kind of stick to a certain type of folder because it usually cause me hot spots. I got some string here. It's called Dyneema rope. And you've seen how sharp that knife is, right? And I got to tell you, this rope is incredible. I actually have to saw to get through this stupid stuff. I don't know if it's made of Kevlar or what, but the knife did cut it. I mean, in an emergency situation, you could just rip that knife right through it, and you can see it did cut. So overall, all in all, this is a great knife. I'm not much of a tactical blade, you all know that, but this one here I absolutely adore. I think it's a great, great knife. Practical uses would be for me, what I see here, practical uses would be like for a combat, something to carry on your molly. It is a rescue knife, you know, it's got the glass breaker, the strap cutter, and everything. So I would see it for like firemen, EMTs, paramedics. That is an EMT, but firefighters, cops, you know, police officers. It'd be a great combat knife, you know, just for your field work stuff, so you don't ruin your big knife. Be even nice for like EOD and stuff like that, because you'd be able to strip wire real easy with this. And it does have a slight choil in front. Now, what I said about the spear point, you can get your thumb up in there. It is a liner lock, as you can see. And it's a solid lockup. But you can get your finger up in there, and you could really get some pressure cuts. You'd really get some pressure cuts here that would, it would cut through just about anything, you know. It's not just a slice, you got a downward pressure cut. Outside of that, I can also see this being a woods knife. It's heavy enough, built strongly enough. I would be afraid to use it on small game or deer or anything bigger like that. It's sharp enough, and you know, going through the joints and stuff, man, you have that tip there to push it in. You know, as far as skinning, well, you don't quite get up to the tip, but you would have enough to give it a good control there. So harpoon is not my favorite style, but I can see the use of it. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, it just says D2 steel there. So let's move on from here. Now, came in this beautiful box. Look at that is pretty. It's for a box you're going to throw away. That is beautiful. Oh, there it is. Lothar logo. Then when you open the box up, you have a cleaning cloth. You got a care and instruction manual here. In a couple different languages. Now, when I get a knife in the mail, and I see it's boxed really nice, it's got, you know, cleaning cloth and maintenance manual and stuff, that's how I know that the company takes pride in what they do. Now, I'm not saying that because they sent me the knife to review. I'm saying that to be honest. The company has sent this knife, it's boxed, and it's well presented to the customer. And even it says on there, their goal in this whole thing is to give users knives that they will enjoy. This is an enjoyable knife. You can do most anything you want with it. So, with that being said, it also comes with this cordura sheath. Got a nice snap, good retention snap on it. And on the back, it's got webbing for your belt, and it is a hard plastic inside. It keeps the rigidity of the sheath. I gotta watch what I do here with my fingers. As you can see, the knife could fit in there like that. Or you flip it over. It's going to hold that knife really good. See, you got a good hard snap. Okay. Now, excellent package. I mean, I love it. I would be putting that on my hunting vest probably. But Now my fingers are messed up because of the arthritis and stuff. But you adjust that flipper, and it is solid but yet flexible. The flipper on it's kind of weird to explain. But if you oil it up and adjust it right, that thing will come up with a snap you wouldn't believe. My hands were pretty good the other day when I first got it. I, whacked and they would clink. It was nice. So yeah, that's the Lothar Smug, Smaug, something like that. If I butchered it, I'm sorry, guys. I'd like to thank Lothar, Ned Foss Blades, and Rory, who set me up with this whole thing. I'd like to thank it, for the opportunity to review the knife. I don't do honest reviews, to be honest with you, and I find nothing wrong with that knife. The only thing I would change is I would put the clip down to the back instead of up the front. That's my preference. That's the only thing I really would change. I do see the use for the its harpoon point on it. The tip is really thick, so you can do a little bit of prying. Lockup is solid. Not much more to say. So, Lothar Blades, give them a look for the $45 price point. You can't beat the knife. I would put this up against most $70, $80 folders. I have bought a couple of folders that was in my past. I reviewed, not bought, but I reviewed that were like $65, $70 with a plastic handle, and it felt like there was absolutely nothing in your hand. It was terrible. I didn't even like it. So this one here, you got a knife with you. So that's Lothar Knives, and this is Tom. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to share it out. Share it with all your buddies. And we will see you guys on the next one.